want to talk about polysemy of the semantic relations. Firstly, let's look at the content of what we are going to talk about it today. So to make it specific, polysemy is dealing with the relations among the multiple meanings of a word. And we are going to analyze those words in a more clear and detailed description. So before we get it started, I think it's necessary to get a grasp of its concept. Here are 2 points of the concept of polysemy. The first one is that a polysomous word has multiple meanings that are extended connotatively from the original meaning. The second point is that the relatedness of the multiple meanings of a word is relying on their intuitive relations and conceptual similarity. To put it simply, it basically means what I have just said. Polysemy is dealing with the relations of the multiple meanings of a word. Here, fork can mean a silverware with 2 or more prongs used for putting food into the mouth. And the second meaning, it is the point, especially a road or river, divided into 2 parts. So since polysemy is the study of relations of the multiple meanings of a word, here we are going to compare the first meaning and the second meaning. If we can regard the first meaning as original meaning, we can easily see the second meaning illustrates its meaning is extended from the shape of the object fork itself, right? So it all comes from your intuitive feeling that those 2 meanings actually have some relations. You can make sense of the relations between those 2 meanings. And let's look at the second word, tail. And firstly, let's look at 3 meanings of the word tail. The first meaning is the hindmost part of an animal, which prolonged beyond the rest of the body. Second meaning, it is the rear part of an aeroplane with a tailplane and rudder. The third one is the end of a long train line of people or vehicles. So if we regard the first meaning as the original meaning, we can actually make sense of the second meaning and the third meaning about where they are coming from, where they are extended from, right? Since the original meaning, the first one means the end part of an animal body, so we can, using our intuitive sense, to make the second meaning and the first meaning that are conceptually related, same as the first meaning and the third meaning, that we can use our intuitive feeling to see that meaning 1 and meaning 3, they are conceptually related. Then let's look at the word hook. The word hook has 5 meanings. The first one means a bent piece of metal for catching hooks of or hanging things on. The second meaning, it is a thing designed to catch people's attention. The third one, it means a curved cutting instrument for ripping or shearing. Fourth one, it means a short swinging punch which made with the elbow bent from the side. The fifth one means a curved stroke in handwriting. So if we regard the first meaning as the original meaning, how can we make sense about the relationships with the rest meaning and the first meaning? Here comes the question. Which pairs are illustrating polysemy? Let's look back about its meanings. So we can sense that meaning 1 and meaning 3, meaning 1 and meaning 4, meaning 1 and meaning 5, they are illustrating, they have some conceptual related similarity. So they are polysemy. And let's look at the second question. Which pair are not illustrating polysemy? Can they be called homonyms? Well, if we look closely about the rest meanings, here are pairs that are not illustrating the polysemy, such as the meaning 2 and meaning 3, meaning 2 and meaning 4, meaning 2 and meaning 5, because it doesn't make sense for us to feel they have some conceptual similarities. Meaning 3, 4, and 5, basically they are referring to a object, or specifically the shape of the object. And meaning 2, it means conceptually. But meaning 2 and meaning 3 can be regarded as homonyms because they mean two different things, but they are pronounced the same and they are spelled the same. If you don't know much about homonymy, I made a presentation about homonymy from our last slide. You can look it up. And the meaning 2 and meaning 4 is also a homonyms because they mean two different things, but they are pronounced the same and spelled the same. Meaning 2 and meaning 5 are also homonyms. They mean two different things and they are pronounced the same and they are spelled the same. So those are the answers for the second line of the questions. Right now, let's look at the word soul. Well, let's look closely about its meanings. Meaning 1 of the word soul means one and only. Meaning 2 of the word soul means a marine flatfish. Meaning 3 of the word soul, it means the undersurface of a person's foot. So if we make sense from our intuitive feeling, I would say meaning 2 and meaning 3 are conceptually related. That means meaning 2 and meaning 3 are polysemy. Whereas meaning 1 and meaning 2, they mean different things. If we put them into the concept of homonyms, they are pronounced the same and they are spelled the same. So meaning 1 and meaning 2, they are homonyms. Let's take the meaning 1 and meaning 3. If we put them to the concept of homonyms, they are meaning two different things, they are spelled the same, and they are pronounced the same. So they are homonyms. And now let's look at the word mole. Regarding its three meanings here, can you say which one to which one are polysemy and which one to which one is homonyms? Well, let's look at its meaning closely. Mole 1 means a small underground burrowing mammal with dark velvety fur, a long muzzle, and very small eyes. Meaning 2 means a spy. Meaning 3 means a small, often slightly raised, blemish spot on the skin. Sorry, spelling is wrong here. And so if we can use our intuitive feeling about those meanings, I would say meaning 1 and meaning 2, they are conceptually related, and they have the similarity. So I would say meaning 1 and meaning 2, they are polysemy. And meaning 1 to meaning 3 can also be regarded as conceptually related. They are similar regarding the shape and color of the object, right? Mo is a small, dark mammal, and meaning 3 means a raised blemish spot on the skin. So they are conceptually related. But if we put meaning 2 and meaning 3 together, they are actually meaning 2 different things. A spy and a raised blemish spot on the skin kind of doesn't make sense. But are they homonyms? Well, let's put them to the concept of homonyms. So they are pronounced the same, and they are spelled the same. Also, they are meaning 2 different things. So meaning 2 and meaning 3, they are homonyms. And let's look at the word date. Firstly, let's look closely about those 4 meanings of the word date. The first date means the day of the month or year. Continuously, infinitively. The second one means a social or romantic appointment or engagement. The third meaning of the word date refers to a person with whom one meets. First one, a sweet, dark brown oval fruit containing a hard stone. So let's use our intuitive feeling to make sense of the relations of those 4 meanings. So the meaning 1 and meaning 2, they are having some conceptual relations. It's about time. And meaning 1 and meaning 3, if we can use our intuitive feelings to make sense about the conceptual relations, they are not quite related. But are they homonyms? Well, let's put those 2 meanings to the concept of homonyms. They are pronounced the same, they are spelled the same, and they are meaning 2 different things. So meaning 1 and meaning 3 are homonyms. So let's look at the meaning 1 and meaning 4. If we can use our intuitive feeling to make conceptual relations about meaning 1 and meaning 4, they do not mean the same thing. But if we put meaning 1 and meaning 4 to the concept of homonyms, that is, they are spelled the same, they are pronounced the same, and they mean 2 different things. So they are homonyms. If we want to compare more of each meaning with other meanings. We can say meaning 2 and meaning 3 also doesn't conceptually related. And but they are homonyms. And meaning 2 and meaning 4, they are also not conceptually related, but they are homonyms. And meaning 3 and meaning 4, they are not conceptually related, but they are homonyms. I hope you can get a grasp of the concept of polysemy. That's it.